Hey guys, welcome to 10 in 10, the conversation starter show where we list our top 10 in 10 minutes. This week we're going to be talking about our top 10 TV shows.
Yeah, so just to clarify, this is not the greatest TV shows of all time. This is just what we think are our personal favourites.
That's right, so make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright mate, we're going to kick off the top 10 list TV shows.
What do you got?
Personal favourite TV shows of all time. I'm going to start the list off with Better Call Saul, so the prequel to Breaking Bad. It's an incredibly deep story in terms of like building characters, and it's quite slow in parts, but it's got a great, it's a lot of payoff in it, okay? There's a lot of payoff with the character development. So it hasn't finished yet. I'm really excited about what the end is going to bring to lead up to Breaking Bad, but just a really great story, and Jimmy, the protagonist, is just so likable. He's so annoying, but so likable.
Mate, my number 10, I've got You.
Yes, that's great.
You. It's a strange kind of mix of the protagonist technically is everything bad, but you love him.
Yeah.
And you're going for him, and you kind of, in a weird way, understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Even though he's stalking and killing and everything else, you still kind of root for him and you still go for him.
Yeah.
And it's just addicting to watch, and it's so different. So You's my number 10.
You's going to be an honourable mention. I couldn't quite. It's my number 11. So You is really good, but it's only 2 seasons. So but it's a great show. Number 9 for me. I'm going to hit us off with the first sitcom.
Yep.
It's going to be How I Met Your Mother. Okay.
Ooh,
How I Met Your Mother's number 9 for me. The ending was a little bit disappointing for a lot of people, and I guess it was. I kind of liked it in some ways, but in other ways hated it. So it's hard to know, but it's undeniably a hilarious show. Barney Stinson's just outstanding. The acting's great in it, and I really like the way that they play with the storyline, not just being a linear plot line, but they jump all over the place. Very well written show. So.
Yeah, it's great. My number 9, I've gone Suits.
Suits, yeah.
Suits, number 9. I thought part of the problem why I've rated it so low, I know some of you guys will have it a lot higher, it's just I feel like it's one of those things, kind of like NCIS and everything else, where every episode you know is kind of going to be the same.
Yeah.
And I also thought that in lawyer kind of TV shows, Boston Legal for me was incredible.
Yeah.
And I had to bump it out of my list, but it's kind of that same vibe. So Suits, really, really good, especially the first few seasons. But yeah, personally, I don't think it's still going now. They lost a little bit, but
I think they've just finished. Okay, number 8 for me. I'm going to go with the greatest escape TV show of all time, Prison Break. Outstanding. It got a little, like season 4 dropped off a little bit in quality. I still haven't seen the 5th, that little added one they've done. But season 1, 2, and 3 particularly were just so good, so engaging. Such a cool story, and every episode you can't wait for the next one.
So unique.
I mean, there's not much to say other than good things about Prison Break. Outstanding, and the acting's really good too in it. Like it's just a great show.
My number 8, I've gone. My first sitcom of it, I've gone 30 Rock.
Okay.
So Tina Fey.
I've never seen it.
Tracy
I've seen a couple of things.
It's just Alec Baldwin in there. It's kind of funny. It's smart. It's kind of weird. It's outrageous at times. It's just such an engaging watch. I'm a huge sitcom fan, as you'll see through my list. We're actually really different in our TV show opinions, but 30 Rock, it's just such an easy watch. So 30 Rock.
Fair, I'll have to have a watch. Number 7 for me, I'm going Suits. Okay, so same thing. I thought the first sort of 4 or 5 seasons were absolutely really incredible. It did drop off a bit after Mike and Princess Megan, I can't remember the name of the show, left. But really, really good show. But again, it does suffer from that. Each episode is a bit repetitive because they're just solving a new thing. But they did it so well, and I think the core of the show that made it great was the Harvey and Mike relationship. It was just a great, really good show. Harvey Dent's the man, like he's so suave. It's like the James Bond of law.
He really is. My number 7, I've gone the IT crowd, or the IT crowd, whatever you call it. Shout out to kind of British humour, British comedy, but I think they only did about 4 seasons. It was very short, and the seasons themselves are only about like 8 or so episodes. It's just that typical kind of British vibe, but it's so funny. It's so quirky. It's just such a good watch. Mate, I can't say more about it. The IT crowd is just really, really, really good.
Fair enough.
Those that love it, and you'll know why.
All right, number 6 is a real newie for us that my wife Broke and I are watching, but we're currently absolutely loving. It's pushed straight up there is The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, wow.
Really, really good show. The character development's great in it. All the characters are really good, really well thought out. It's obviously based off a novel, so that's probably why it's got so much depth. But just such a cool world that they've built in that TV show. And the acting from the main actress, the Offred, I don't know what an actress's name is, but the character Offred, she is just so good at portraying emotion through her eyes and through saying nothing. But just a great show. It's intense, outstanding though.
Yeah, cool, man. My number 6, I've gone just classic kind of nostalgia from my like grade 11, grade 12, that kind of early 2000s. I've gone the OC.
Yeah.
The OC.
Nice.
Don't be hating on me out there, but just, you know, Seth Cohen was just so funny.
Yeah.
It got really drama filled, and then towards the end, even more so. So sometimes that kind of turns me away, but there's just, for me, more good in there than bad. But just, I remember racing to my mate's house every Tuesday to go watch it, because obviously we didn't have the ability to record things like that.
Yeah.
The OC guys, still
Nice.
good.
All right, I'm going to do a quick one here. Number 5, getting to the business end here. My favourite sitcom of all time is Friends.
Friends.
I mean, you can't help but love it. It's just, the six cast members are just so perfectly cast. They have so much chemistry between them. It's hard not to love them. There's so many laugh out loud moments in it.
Really
so
good.
many good storylines. The whole Ross and Rachel thing's great throughout it. And it ends so well. That's the thing as well. It ends really well. 10 great seasons. Greatest sitcom of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, easily. My number 5, I've got New Girl.
New Girl.
Zoe Deschanel. It's, again, it's just it's an easy watch. I'm a huge sitcom fan. New Girl, guys, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I think it's on Amazon or something right now. It's just an easy watch. It'll make you laugh, I guarantee it.
Nice. All right, number 4 for me is one of the best TV shows I've seen is Outlander. Okay, really, really good show, really exciting storyline. I have to admit the last season has dropped off in quality a little bit for me, but particularly seasons 1, 2, 3, and most of 4 is just so engaging. It's very intense. It is like there's some pretty intense scenes in there.
Yeah.
But just such a cool storyline of someone going back in history. The Scottish stuff as well is great.
Naturally.
Really good storyline. Really, really well acted. Outstanding.
My number 4, I'm going about a bit left field here.
Yeah.
It's a show that not everyone's seen, but it's called Psych. It's
yeah.
James Roday, Dule Hill, and he's kind of like a fake psychic solving crimes. It's really funny. It's kind of quirky. I just love it. It's just, I didn't grow up watching it, but I watched it when I was younger, and I still love it now.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, guys. I think it's about that early 2000s range, which is kind of my peak TV watching time. It's just one of my favorites. No other real reason.
Nice. All right, number 3 for me is Bates Motel. Okay, so it's the prequel series leading up to the famous Hitchcock film Psycho. Okay, it is just a great movie, great TV show, in character arcs and development. Seeing the relationship between Norman Bates and his mother, Norma Bates, and how he becomes crazy, essentially. It's just, it starts off a little bit corny in parts, but you have to just, if you watch the 5 seasons through, perfect character arcs, perfect character development, really engaging show. It's just outstanding.
Man, I haven't seen it, but it's on my to-do list for sure. My number 3, I've gone How I Met Your Mother. As I said, love sitcoms. They've chosen the cast again so well. Everyone's funny. It's not just Barney, who's most people's favorite. It's not just him leading it. Like, it's Ted and Marshall, and all of them are just so funny.
Well cast as well.
It's such a good kind of, as you get a bit older and you go hang out in bars and stuff, that's the vibe. It's that kind of New York City vibe. It's so good. How I Met Your Mother. It's always funny.
It's a great show, great show. Okay, number 2 for me. Now, this is pretty hard to choose, but number 2 for me is often regarded as best TV show of all time, or one of the best is Breaking Bad. Okay, absolutely incredible. Same thing I said about Bates Motel. The character arc of the 5 seasons of Breaking Bad is just phenomenal. Okay, seeing the lead character, the protagonist character, go from a school teacher to like a drug lord. Just incredible, and you really feel for him even though he's doing the wrong thing, but he's dying of cancer, so he has to provide for his family. Just great characterization, development. You can tell they've also planned out the show really well, where they didn't just start and hope they'd end well. They actually had everything planned out. One of the perfect TV shows I've ever seen. So
I agree. My number 2, I've gone a bit old school here. I'm going The Sopranos.
Oh yeah,
actually. So kind of again one of those growing up. I think it's like mid-90s. It's just such a good sitcom, TV show about kind of like the mob, the mafia. The characters are just so well kind of put together. They've thought out. It's kind of got that kind of Goodfellas, Godfather kind of feel to it. But it's regarded as one of the best ever for a reason. It's so good. The Sopranos.
Okay, I haven't watched much of it, but it's often regarded as the best TV show of all time as well. Okay, number 1 for me is top spot. even though it was a disappointing ending and people really freaked out about it, I didn't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be. But to me, best show of all time is Game of Thrones. It's just, again, the amount of characters and all of their character arcs, characterization of the show is just outstanding. The sets, the cinematography, the action sequences, the acting, everything about it, the dialogue, it's just incredible. If you take away that last episode that was a bit disappointing, by far the best TV show of all time to me. I love a good fantasy film as well, so fantasy TV show all day.
Mate, I'm actually one of those people that haven't watched much of it at all. I'm one of those guys. So my number one, I've got, in my opinion, the greatest sitcom ever. It's Friends.
Yeah,
it's just the pinnacle of it. It's so funny. As you said before, the 6 people put together are so perfect. You couldn't picture anyone else being them. No. You see any of those 6 today, and they're still that character from Friends, and that doesn't happen too often. So, greatest sitcom ever. It's Friends.
Yeah, it's the number one. Fair enough. Well, hopefully you liked that episode. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to our list. Please make sure that you tell us your top 10 lists of your favourite TV shows of all time. Leave a comment in there. Also, make sure you tell us who you think had the better list out of us two for TV shows. Make sure you also like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.